Alrighty. It appears to be working now. Good. Oh, hold on. There we go. Yep, alright, it is in fact working. Good afternoon, Simverse racing fans, and welcome to the Simverse Sports Car Challenge at the Daytona International Speedway. We'll bring your lap guide now.
Alrighty, so here's what a lap of the Legacy Daytona looks like in the GTE car. Heading down into turn 1, a heavy braking zone. As the corner starts to fall away from you on the outside, there's a little bit of off camber which will make it very hard for passes to work on the outside. Coming through here, we have the slowest corner on the track. Tight right-hander. Important you keep your speed up on exit and keep that momentum going into this high-speed section. Into this left-hand kink. Important that drivers hold that inside and don't go off track. As they come into the braking for another right-hander. This one's kind of like turn 1 as it tightens up on you on exit. Into another heavy braking zone coming to was probably the most important corner on track as you come off of this corner into the oval section into NASCAR 1 and 2. The NASCAR section is a very bumpy section of track, and it can be very difficult to hold the inside. Drivers will be flying through this back straight looking for their braking zone as they come into the bus stop. Very hard to get it right, but when you do, it feels amazing. You fly through there. Back onto the back straight and through NASCAR 3 and 4. Same thing here, a very bumpy section of track, as this was before the repave. Into the front straight, and we'll go through the tri-oval to finish the lap.
Alright, sorry for being a little bit late to the party there. That is the completion of our lap guide. Here we are at Daytona. We have a 45-minute race. Got 3 new categories. Sorry, it's 2 new categories. GT remains from last season. New shit is going to be the the GT3 class. Oh my god. I'm an absolute mess today. It's going to be GT3 and the Kia Optima GT3, much more popular so far than GT4, which is always great. Bring your race info up on screen real quick. Peep that. Fancy new graphics. Weather today, 24 degrees Celsius, track temp 36, 30% humidity, partly cloudy, winds 13 kilometers an hour. Here in Daytona Beach, Florida. And we'll be, well actually I think, we'll take the damn logos off the screen because that never actually looks good. Alright, I guess I'm not writing home too much about qualifying. Looks like Penn on the pole, Finzo on the pole for GT3. Troll making his runs. Still waiting for the number 69 Porsche to set his first time, along with the number 88 Corvette. As we race here at Daytona, about a little over 5 minutes left in qualifying. I think we'll be coming to the 69's first clean lap. Once he sends it hard through the tight bus stop. Goes out on the gas again. We're excited to start off the new season with some new cars, new drivers, plenty of excitement. And hopefully plenty of good racing. Now while the field is a little weak today, we do have many more confirmed entries for later weeks in the season. And we're also looking to things kind of boring in qualifying here at the Daytona International Speedway. Not a whole hell of a lot happening. Not a whole lot of drivers either. But I guess that's kind of okay. number 30 Corvette, still doing best he can to put up his good times. On the 69 Porsche, the 6 BMW sitting in the pits, doing a whole lot of nothing, along with in the 88 Corvette now, making his first set of laps. And that's going to be the 69 laying out his first lap. Whoa, not even a tenth off the pace of that BMW Z4 on the pole. He could catch him in time. We'll have to see. There are still a bit over 2 minutes left in qualifying. So there is a very good chance that he goes and he ends up snagging the top spot in qualifying. But we shall see. Wouldn't that be something?
Your race. Your race control, you there?
Yeah, what do you need?
Can you review my DQ real quick?
Troll got DQ'd, won't let me be let back in.
Yeah, that's a spin, not a tire warm-up. I got you. Alright, apologize for that, broadcast viewers. We just need to clear a black flag real quick for an issue during qualifying. As we had a driver not even spin, but lose control a little
Mute
bit.
drivers and keep all teams unmuted.
Will do. Porsche one's absolutely just beautiful at the moment. And that's everybody having set a qualifying time, and I think a chance for the 69 to complete one final lap as he comes around the banking, hoping to beat it and snag away the pole. Not even a tenth of a second separating the pole and the second place GT3 driver, so this should be a tight battle the whole way through. Let's hope for some success here.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I will be joining our somewhat esteemed
I wouldn't call it somewhat, I would just call it trash.
No, trash is Penza. You're all right.
Well, thank you very much, our other fellow commentator. I think you should at least introduce yourself to the viewers, the two viewers we have. Oh, three.
Yeah, the number 3 is me watching on my TV so I can actually keep up with qualifying.
Gotcha.
So 2 really, but we're gonna go with 3 because it looks better for our numbers. Ladies and gentlemen, I am NASA 1 veteran racer of the Simverse Heat 4 series, which has recently been renamed to the FSATC Memorial Cup.
Still love that name.
I came up with that name myself, so of course I love it. So I love it, of course.
Of course, this is your first iRacing broadcast, so we're glad to have you out on the new platform. Racing's been a lot better. You can see there's even some lovely anime titties on the number 69 car, as you can put whatever you want on your paint schemes in iRacing.
That is a wonderful advantage.
And that is a kaboom, and we will advance the session. Oh, sorry, it's advanced itself. We are now coming to our starting grid. We'll bring the grid up on screen for all of our nice drivers.
I would just like to point out that the number 69 car, of course, you and I know him. He's a friend of ours. He doesn't like people knowing his real name, but sure as shit, he has his real name right there on his.
Oh yeah, no, he doesn't care anymore. Since iRacing basically docks him. And there's a collision on the starting grid. Well, bring our grid display back up again if it allows us, or it doesn't, I guess. Well, oh my, there was a standing start. That was an accident. I didn't mean to do that. That was a bad idea. All right, I guess.
About 5 seconds behind, because I'm about 5 seconds behind.
Yeah, well, that was a standing start, not by my own choice. That was a mistake in creating the session. Oh, and that's a spin for Voodoo, and he ends up taking out the number 69. Oh, that is a disaster, and we will throw a yellow for that one and bring our cars back around the grid.
Please tell me we're going to do a rolling start.
This time we will get a rolling start done.
That standing start.
Following that absolute disaster, we will do a rolling start.
I don't know about disaster. That was beautiful, if you ask me.
That was a mistake and will not be repeated.
I also was a mistake, believe it or not.
Porsche 911 pace car sitting on pit road waiting for the leaders.
Smooth moves.
And we are currently being shit-talked by the drivers, as you could probably be able to hear.
Well, hey, can the drivers hear us? Can some of them hear us?
I don't know. They might be able to. I don't know how many of them have this up on their phone, but...
Because if so, guys, fuck you and kiss my ass.
That is...
Also, I love you.
God damn it.
I say that knowing full well. Well, I only say that because we're friends with the drivers, obviously.
For now. We may someday get drivers that don't talk to us on a regular basis. In that case, we have a whole new problem to deal with. But as it stands...
I'll be a little bit nicer to them.
Yeah.
But as it stands, the entire field is nothing but guys we're friends with, so... We might as well have some fun with them.
Any and all drivers a chance to fix any damage that may have incurred, but after that disaster, we would like to reset the grid.
Give any and all drivers a chance to fix their fucking attitudes towards us as well.
Well, that was just Alex. But Alex is a professional, so I can understand why he's upset.
I can't understand why he's upset at us. We didn't cause...
Yeah, it was kind of my fault. I set the wrong setting when I made the session.
Well,
the
standing start was definitely your fault, but I kind of thought he was cussing about the voodoo spinning thing, which that's entirely on the other professional of the field, Mr. Voodoo himself.
Well, yes, that was Voodoo taking out Troll, but
what a wreck that was, too. God, that was entertaining.
That definitely is quite true, and it's definitely been, I guess I could say, a difficult start for our team.
Everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody out there.
Yeah, you know what? I definitely think that sentiment is quite true. All right, doing a little bit of adjustments here at the broadcast, and we'll have some of this tuned in soon, but... a little bit of adjustments being done.
I just want to give a big shout out to a loyal viewer, our boy AV8R Gaming.
And we forgot to set our graphics back to where they should be. Jeez, we must have lost a lot of sharpness during that off season. Even though it was a week, we apparently completely forgot how to do our goddamn jobs in the broadcast booth, and we promised for our not so loyal viewers that won't happen again. But you know, here we are.
To remind you, folks at home, or in your driver's seats, when he says we, he really means him. This is my first day on the job, folks. Please direct all death threats, rape threats, and violent letters to him. I just said the R word on YouTube. I am so sorry.
Well, I already said tits anyways, so I mean.
Yeah, but
You know, I just can't say the N word, I don't think. I mean, that's the one really, really bad one.
Well, I'm not going to say that. Don't even make reference to it, you idiot.
Well,
demonetized. Well, now we're demonetized anyway, so fuck it. I'm going to say it.
No, that'll get it taken down,
no,
not demonetized.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Damn.
At least you're aware that we're not on D-Live anymore.
Yeah, well, D-Live doesn't even let you type that word in the chat anymore.
Oh, okay. I did not know that. It looks like we're going to have one taker for pit row. That's going to be a 69. It's going to be the only car that was damaged.
Mind you,
hopefully not heavy damage.
Folks at home, I only know you're not allowed to type that word in D-Live anymore because of people I've talked to who have told me. I have not attempted to myself. Little disclaimer, I'm not racist. It's everyone else that is.
Yep. And
everyone but me.
Number 69 is going to repair for a few seconds. Is going to repair. I assume he's going to save his fast repair and possibly catch some fresh tires. So, so every driver in every Simverse sanctioned race will receive one fast repair. This is done just in case you get screwed over or a crazy glitch happens, and you've got to choose if you're going to save it or not. So it looks like, you know, since he's been in the box for a bit over 30 seconds now, the 69 is going to save his fast repair for later. Pretty thinking that something else is going to happen and it's going to go terribly wrong.
Also, potentially, you want to save that fast repair for any standing starts accidentally caused by a dumbass setting up the race.
To be fair, I did not use that UI last season because we had to manually override classes in mine. So I was using the website for the first time, and I just didn't do a good job of that.
To be fair, I'm going to throw you under the bus regardless, so that argument means nothing to me.
Okay. Well, at least you're honest. And let's watch the 69 try and catch up to the field in his Porsche 911 GT3R. Only Porsche in the field. We have his only competitor in GT3 today, a BMW Z4 of Finzo. Voodoo and Alex both running.
Porsche on the field if you count the pace car.
Well, I guess so. Well, Alex and Voodoo both operating the Corvette C8R. Beautiful, beautiful race car. And you can see them in the background pacing behind the pace car as the 69 comes.
I was just about to say, those Corvettes are fantastic, aren't they?
Oh, they're beautiful. I mean, let's just take a look at them for a second. Here's the number 88. Sorry, the number 30,
right.
Your leader. And then you have in the middle of the BMW that Finzo just did a god-awful job painting. You know, he asked me earlier to be honest, and I was like, you know, well, I could tell it was a default. They just recolored kind of like blue style, but like, god damn, does that car look ugly. He'll find this out later in the YouTube video I said that, but, you know, he said for be honest. Now I'm being honest.
It's okay. I'm going to be honest. He's ugly himself.
All right, well, you've heard it here, folks. You heard it here, folks.
So it's his racing.
Yeah. And there's Voodoo's interesting-looking Corvette. Not really sure what that paint scheme is. We haven't gotten a very close view to it. But why don't we take a look?
Black Lives Matter paint scheme.
That's an interesting, educated guess. Let's take a look, see if we can confirm that.
I'm totally joking. Really shouldn't joke about that. The YouTube gods are going to kill us.
No idea what that actually is, but it does look good. I will give it that. Coming once again into the green flag.
What if it was just
69
a
tailing the field
car?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. I've seen a few on iRacing, not many, but a few.
Well, yeah.
But the majority of them being recreations of Bubba Wallace's actual paint scheme, and we're coming down into the tri-oval now. Pace car about to pull off. Alex can either choose to start the field once the pace car is off, or he can wait for the green flag. His choice. We'll see what he does. And there they go, off again.
Yep. I know you asked me to. Did I ever actually introduce myself to the folks at home?
Yes, you did. Yeah, I asked you to earlier.
Yeah, fantastic.
And here comes...
Did I introduce myself as my real name or as NASA?
NASA.
Oh, fantastic.
Yep. And 69, a little bit behind his competitors, but still ultimately trying to catch up. Alex
That's
off on
right,
his own
Pops.
planet.
You don't get to know my
Voodoo trying to
yeah.
pass the number 6 GTE number 6 BMW Z4 GT3 of Finzo, and I actually don't know number 69 following
That
closely
would be
behind
Troll, you idiot.
of Troll, looking to try and catch back up to the field and go get his class competitor. And that's a send from the 88, but he doesn't make it work. It doesn't stick. But now they're side by side coming out onto the oval. That slowed them all down significantly. Finzo really slow, and it looks like Troll is going to use Voodoo to draft up to him. Now on these bankings at
Excellent
Daytona,
strategy.
Yeah.
Excellent strategy by Troll here. Just want to point that out.
that Porsche does not have a lot of drag on the front of it. So he can always going to go right through, 3 wide into the bus stop. Voodoo slips through, but he gets off track. Finzo gets off track as well. Troll keeps it clean. He's got a strong launch out. That's going to put him in the lead at GT3. Holy shitballs.
Like I told you, Troll's got that excellent strategy going right now.
And he is on another planet.
Excellent job.
Wow.
quite frankly.
That was perfect. You could not have done better. You could not, even if you tried. That was just exactly what you need to do.
Of course I couldn't. I'm horrible at racing. That's why I'm commentating.
Well, that's true. Almost contact there going into 1 between the number 6 and the number 88, but nobody hurt, at least I think. The game did not detect any contact between the two drivers.
It didn't look quite as close to me.
Oh, off track for Voodoo. Voodoo's off. He's in the wall. And now he's out of the wall and trying to get going again. That's not good.
Okay.
And now you have the 69 over 2 seconds ahead of his nearest competition. This number 6, the only other car in his class. Finzo's moving to GT3 to try and find a class he could better compete in, and absolutely getting a can of whip ass opened on him by Troll.
That's right. So,
Over Troll.
in honor of this can of whoop ass opening, I say we crack a beer, pour it on our face, and give you a hell yeah.
I think that's a good idea, Cassie. You should definitely give the viewers that.
I'd love to. I have work in a couple hours. I cannot drink.
Ah, yes, that's a problem. Okay, well, either way, we still see the 69 hard charge. Keep trying to maintain that lead as best he can. Off to the bus stop again. He's in trouble. And that's going to let them trade, but I don't think he's going to lose nearly as much time as the 6. Looks like almost a lock-up and a little bit of a spin from that Porsche. The Porsche is very fast, but just slightly unstable, which can really throw a wrench in things sometimes. Voodoo just miles off the pace, but God knows what he's doing.
I'm pretty sure he's doing... Well, I'm not going to say it because...
We're on YouTube.
Yeah, we're on YouTube. We're not on D-Live.
Once again, like Troll is slowly reeling in that number 6. That Porsche wicked fast on the straights. Not a lot of drag. Great in the draft. Not as fast through a low-speed corner. So through low-speed corners, the 6 has a little bit of an edge in that BMW. So unlike NASCAR, as you probably understand, NASA, not all the cars handle the same. So they're relatively equal.
I did know that.
Yeah, so they're relatively equal, but not completely.
I did know that. I raced Forza.
Mm-hmm.
So, believe me, if anyone understands about cars handled similarly, but with enough differences to make a difference.
Yep. It looks like there was a fast sector there for Finzo, but a slow one for Troll. We'll see how this goes, though. Even with one caution, it does look like, you know, these cars only get 40% of their total fuel, so they will have to still pit, even despite the caution early on, which is always nice. You know, throws definitely a lot of, it definitely makes things a little more spicier having strategy. The ability to, you know, pick if you want to take the, you know, an extra 15 seconds to track, whether you want to, you know, spend the extra time, get some tires, or if you want to zip on ahead and try and save some time by not taking them, you know, coming in for fuel. How much fuel do you have? How long do you stay out before coming into pit? All those questions.
That's my favorite part of the race, just watching them sit there in the pits.
Oh, of course. It's the best.
Most interesting part. A lot better than any of those wrecks.
Hmm.
A lot more interesting.
Watching cars sit still. And
Yep.
it once again looks like he's slowly feeling, it'll look like on the timing that he slowly pulls in Finzo and then just isn't right afterwards. Very, very odd. We'll probably use the separate timing window, not so much what's on your screen, in order to tell you how fast they're going and who's reeling in who. But it looks like, yeah, a little over 4 seconds now, the gap between the 6 and the 69. So he's going to need the 6 to make another mistake. But will he get that? That is the question.
Too much fiddling with the gear shift.
Maybe, who knows? Now, that's an interesting line the number 6 takes. He comes in very shallow before going through oh shit, I think it's a south horseshoe? I don't remember. Before going through that horseshoe right there. Not like a lot of people. A lot of people like to come in very wide for that corner, but not Finzo.
I personally, on corners like that, I prefer to go shallow as well.
Very interesting. Now, Nasser, are you still aware that the $4 for 3 months of iRacing deal is still on?
No, I wasn't aware. I get paid a week a day, so.
All right, that'd be pretty cool to see you race with us. You may or may not be able to fund your car through basically Roger Penskeing you in. So.
Well, you know, Roger Penske is a close personal friend of mine, so.
That is true.
As everybody knows.
Yep, and well, we know in the sports cars at least we have a lot of free tracks, and one of the bottom class, the Kia Optima, is a free car. It's just the NASCAR you'd have to get a car for it, and then some tracks. But I'd be more than happy to help subsidize that.
Yes, well,
you could always also do what Voodoo does,
you know,
and piss off the girlfriend by spending half the paycheck on iRacing each month.
I've already pissed her off enough recently. I'm not going to do that.
Yes, so you will be reasonable with your iRacing budget.
I'm going to be extremely reasonable with my iRacing budget.
Alright, well, Voodoo looks like he's in a little bit of trouble. 31 seconds behind. Oh, is that trouble? That's trouble for Alex! Very rare thing to see. What on earth?
I do have to be reasonable simply because I spend way too much money on OnlyFans subscriptions every month anyways.
Yep, and that is an off track for the number 30. You almost never see him make those kinds of mistakes. He may have, however, already taken his pit stop. Would you look at that?
I tell you what it is.
That is the wrong person.
I tell you what it is. He's listening to our stupid commentary, and it's got to be distracting for him.
It must be.
Well,
either way, he is still 29 seconds ahead of the other car in his class, that being Voodoo, so I don't really think it was much of a big deal that he went off track.
No, I don't think so.
Let's watch Finzo. He's seemingly...
That was beautiful. You should all be honored to hear that burp.
Now a little Porsche of the 69 doing quite well. Trying to make that time back. Not sure if he might be struggling just a little bit, but hopefully not the end of the road for him.
I would just like to point out that the real winner today is me. As I'm multitasking like a boss here, I'm commentating, I'm watching the race, and I'm playing Red Dead Redemption 2 all at the same time.
That's pretty impressive. New fastest lap of the race in the GT3 category for Finzo. Not so much for Troll. A little bit of a weak lap there. Voodoo sitting his person. Oh no! There's a crash! There's a crash! Oh shit, wrong thing.
Gonna wreck it.
And that is... Oh, Jesus. Bad broadcast. Bad broadcast. There we go.
I didn't do it. He's in charge of
that is going to be a... Let's take a look at the replay here before any penalties get assessed. And I think that's going to be on... Nobody. That kind of looks like two stupid people to me. Yeah, that looks like two stupid people. One rejoining the track and one taking the track way too hot. Alright, well, we're going to skip forward. No penalties there. And just two cars so now severely off the pace.
Go.
Voodoo now ahead of the number 69. 69, 25 seconds back off of his leader. who's class leader. Probably going to use that fast repair neck when he goes in for his fuel stop. Voodoo absolutely have no hope of catching Alex. Now 41 seconds back. We'll bring a track map up on screen so you can see where the hell everybody is by reloading the overlay, because SDK live timing can be kind of stupid. And is that trouble for the... Oh, big time trouble, and he's forced to tow. Big trouble.
In Little China.
And that is a big crash for the number 30. Now here at Daytona, he comes into turn 1. He's a little bit hot, maybe a little bit tight. Just kind of loses it over a piece of grass. And then boom, hard into the tire barrier. That is not normal.
Beautiful. As far as crashes go.
But that's going to...
That rivals my favorite crash of all time. It was Daytona. I'm not going to go any further with that joke because I don't want to piss off any racing fans. But
that's okay.
Take a wild guess.
Well, most people under the age of 35 like Dale jokes. So, but either way, that is going to bring Voodoo to the pits, Alex to the pits, and Troll to the pits at the same time. However,
I don't think Junior likes Dale jokes.
No, probably not. But he's also like 40 now, so my thing still sticks. But he still looks 20. So. Yeah, all right. So
that dude doesn't age.
Yeah. So, but this is going to cause a bit of oddity, as viewers probably could guess. The GT3 class is slower than the GTE class. However, so GT3 class is the fastest class. However, because both of those guys crashed right now, both GT3s are now in the overall lead. And that's definitely odd. And it looks like Alex just finished his tow. Voodoo hitting the pit wall like an idiot. That's just something he's going to do, I guess. And it looks like the 69's out there trying to hunt down Finzo.
Yep, Voodoo's having a hell of a race today.
Yeah.
I would just like to point out, Finzo, coming on one of those straights, had a track off for a brief moment.
Yeah, that happens when you cut through the bus stop. Sometimes you clip a little bit off track. Not enough to do anything in your car. It's like touching a tiny bit of grass on the road. It's really not a big deal. But that's going to be... So Finzo still has not decided to take his piss tag yet. That 69 is probably going to be on fresh tires, maybe a tiny bit of fuel, and no damage.
I'm sorry, I thought you said piss break, not pit stop for a second.
No. You can't really piss break during the race unless you do a driver switch. Then you can take a piss break.
We're not doing driver switches up in this race.
I don't think we are. No, we are not. Well, the next time we're doing driver switches is next week when we officially run at the Watkins Glen 6 hour.
Jeez,
so that'll be a lot of fun.
That's going to be fun.
That'll be a lot of fun. That's definitely some entertainment stuff. And it looks like Alex is coming out of the pit road and he's going to go hunting for Voodoo.
Shouldn't be very hard to find him. Look up against the wall.
Ouch. that sounds like that hurt. And I wonder if the 69 might have an opportunity to catch the number 6. Now, 6 still needs to pit. He needs gas. He has not pitted yet, and I think he's just going to try and stretch things as long as he possibly can. But he is guaranteed to be short on fuel.
I don't think the 69 is going to be able to catch the number 6 car until number 6 absolutely has to hit.
Right, and that'll definitely shorten up the... Oh, here he comes now. Number 6 going on pit road. And number 69, the guy that needs to catch him.
And here I was about to say my strategy for the 69 would probably be to just hold your line, don't cause any damage to yourself, don't do anything crazy, and wait on number 6.
Here he is. He's on the pit road.
Now number 6 goes to pit road.
And here comes the number 69. He is charging through the banking now. He's on the oval. He's now on the backstretch. And it looks like Finzo's going to take a really short stop. It looks like just fuel, no tires, I think.
No tires, just gas. Go, 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 go.
And that's going to give us...
moron.
All right. the blue with the number 1 is going to be Finzo, and he's not going to get. No, definitely
Wait.
not. The number 69 has not caught him yet whatsoever. And here comes the number 30. He wants the overall lead back. And he's charging through the field. He's already captured Voodoo. He just got past the number 2, and his next car to go catch is the number 6. And that's going to be Troll. It's on Troll. Carlos Steele. Making his fastest lap of the race. Finzo obviously not doing so, having gone through the pits.
Jesus Christ,
Gap
his
now.
last name is Steele?
But yeah, it says it on the broadcast.
I never knew his last name was Steele. I just
Yes.
knew it was Carolus.
So we call him Toyota Corolla in the other league.
Yes, well, I call him Aurora Coriolis because he goes by
That's
Cora.
pretty good.
Corey.
That's actually better.
Yeah.
And the 69 now,
Northern
30
White.
seconds back from Finzo. And he's in distance if Finzo makes a mistake, but I think they're on kind of the same tires. They're on the same. The fuel situation is not dire for anyone. Everybody's already made their pit stop, so this race in GT3 might be sealed. But the overall between the number 6 and the number 30, the 30 is trying to catch him, and he seemingly will. But the 6 is pretty far ahead. So in overall, we don't apply points by that. We apply points by class. So the GT3s aren't going to lose any points by coming in behind the GTEs, and the Kia is the same. So everybody gets treated like each class gets treated, of course, as you've probably played in Forza, like their own little mini race.
Exactly.
And
Of course, not that it matters. I almost always come in first overall.
Racing now at ATVO, estimating 25 total laps in this race. Plenty of time for the leader in GTE to catch the number 6. His car is much
we know-
faster.
Hey, quick question. Do we know when the next FSATC Memorial Cup race is?
That's going to be a question for Alex.
Roger.
I think it gets on Saturdays if there's enough support for it. But I know later at night we have at least, I don't know about Voodoo, but I know we at least have Alex Penn and Troll running in the All-American ARCA series, which is I would probably call them a partner at this point to us, which are really great guys. Check them out. It's great ARCA racing there in the classic, almost like their classic cup cars. And they're at Phoenix tonight. That's going to be definitely something to watch. Go over on Goon Squad TV. Give them a sub, give them a like, give them a watch. Definitely deserving the support.
Absolutely. I've been watching these ARCA races that some of our guys have been participating in. And let me tell you, if you like entertaining but also excellent, skilled racing, then that's going to be your place, folks.
Yeah, that is great stuff. Now, ignore the 12 cautions we had last time at Daytona. That's just Daytona being Daytona and iRacing. But definitely a great time. Definitely something to check out.
Yes, well, you can see at least part of the Daytona Oval and the problems it can cause here in this race. So, folks, bear that in mind. That's not a usual thing in those ARCA races.
Yep. We're going to drop in chat now the link to the ARCA Racing Team Goon Squad's event. Team Goon Squad TV. Go check that out. Should be going, green flag should be at around 8 p.m. Eastern. Definitely something to watch. And that's Troll in the pits again. What happened? Oh, he reached 17 X's. That's 17 incident points. He has to make a pass through. That's going to completely kill every chance he has of winning in his class.
Now tell me this, Joey. Does Team Goon Squad today? They have commentary, right?
Yes, they do. They have a great broadcaster. Yeah.
I was gonna say usually I watch with it muted because I'm at work when these races go down. So I don't know about the sound. I watch it for the racing, but so we've got a couple of guys obviously representing Simverse in the league.
Yep.
What do you think they would say to a Simverse commentator as well?
I'm not sure. I mean, well, he obviously he gets paid. He does a good job, so he gets paid. We work for free. That's the difference. If I ever had the funding, I would definitely have Team Cocoon Squad broadcast our races. Maybe I'd jump in or just do race control instead of trying to juggle it all at once. But here we are. We don't really get the donations to justify doing that, especially at $20 a race.
Right. I wouldn't necessarily be looking to get paid.
Yeah.
I would just.
Exactly. I mean, I don't know. You'd have to talk to him. You'd have to have iRacing because they're going to need you to be in real time.
Right.
And you would have to buy the tracks each week that they go to and stuff like that. So, you know, it kind of how that goes. It's kind of just how it is.
Right.
However, I would definitely say those are good guys to check out. If I had the money to do it, I'd totally pay them, but we don't charge entry fees because we're just trying to get drivers. That would be the only way we'd be able to afford broadcasting is through entry fees.
Right.
And that's obviously not on the table right now. However,
But it would be Team Goon Squad TV. They are excellent. And their ARCA series is fantastic.
yeah, the All-American, their coverage of the All-American Series. Bring it. Oh, and that's Voodoo in trouble. Spinning out, seemingly backwards, going backwards through the grass, then rejoining the track. You know, a very direct way of doing things, I'd say. Great
Like
job.
I said
And here comes the
earlier-
69, and he almost lost it again, but he keeps it together. Jesus
Like I
Christ.
said,
And now the 69 loses it.
Against the wall.
The 69 goes off track, and now he's chasing the 88 again. This is just absolute chaos back here at the back. And now they're both off track. And now I believe that's going to have to force the 88 to go to the pit road. Oh, no, the 88 goes off. Big crash. Big crash. And it looks like the 69 hit him. And so that's going to be a pass-through for the 69. That is going to be avoidable contact as a penalty because he is a very bad boy. So he is going to go to the pits and have to learn how to be a good boy.
Yes.
Now, let's bring ourselves back on time with the stream, and now we got to watch the 69, and clear his black flag when he gets into pit lane because he's not very smart and decided to hit the other car. Now, given his race was essentially over at this point, but still. Benzo still leading the race overall, albeit just barely.
If anything, that's just petty.
Yes. That is just bad boy behavior and should not be allowed.
No,
This is road
shouldn't be
racing.
tolerated.
That is, I'm not, you know what, that's Bush League, man.
Yeah.
Not literally Bush League, which is what we ran last season, but it is Bush
sure
League
is.
behavior.
What we ran last season.
Technically Xfinity, but I hate that ISP despite being the only one in my area.
Right,
And it looks
well,
like this time around he is going to ignore the black flag.
Nobody likes Comcast, not even the Comcast executives.
Exactly.
So, which is my main objection to seeing Universal Studios movies now because they're on the Comcast.
Guess what? They're not going to be on Netflix anymore. They'll all be on Peacock.
Yes, which I already subscribed to for just $4.99 a month. I'm about to give a plug for Peacock, even though they're not paying me. It is
Hold on,
excellent.
no. They ain't paying us. They aren't getting no shout out for not paying us.
I'm shouting them out as a satisfied customer, not as an endorser. I'm a satisfied customer.
Yeah, but that's basically a product like encouragement on our stream without them paying.
Yeah, but I mean, still, you know. So what? Every time someone asks, "Hey, what streaming services do you have? Which one do you like? What has good?"
If somebody
should
asks, that's one
go
thing.
Well, everyone's always asking me, okay? Because my opinion matters.
I mean, I guess, but like not on the stream. I can tell there's nobody like typing anything. There's only 3 viewers, and I'm pretty sure they're all just my phone, you, and your TV.
No, one of them's legit.
Oh well, somebody actually wants to watch our races. That's weird.
Way to go. You're probably about to lose them because you just insulted them.
No, we got one more. We went up one. So obviously we're doing something right.
It's me. I'm telling you, it's me.
It probably is, honestly.
I am oozing charisma.
Losing charisma, that's an interesting one. Now, Red 69 is going to have to come into the pit lane at some point to deserve that pass.
To quote Meredith from The Office, you ever notice how you can only use two things, charisma and sexuality?
Mm-hmm.
And then Creed says, and pus.
Never remembered that.
Great joke.
Yep. 69 catching a little bit of grass there.
Part of why I have Peacock in the WWE.
Yep, and it looks like the number 6 still somehow maintaining the overall race lead by some miracle. Watched it out a little bit wide in turn 1.
I'm pretty sure Alex isn't trying.
Yeah, you know what? That's usually what I'd say it would be. Either he's saving fuel or he's just not trying. Maybe fixing damage to the looks of it. Or something. Or he decided he's not going to do this anymore. Which I couldn't particularly blame him.
I tell you what, though, that Alex guy is all right, but his brother's a dick.
Yeah, he's a... Nah, Joseph Penn's a dick. I don't like him one bit. I mean, look at it. He literally said, this qualifying sucks in the chat. Like, what a jerk.
Yeah, fucking prick.
Yeah, dickhead. And hold on. The number 30 might be trying now. Well, maybe not. Number 6 still leads overall. And there he goes. That's a 69 on pit road. And we will go ahead and clear that black flag for the 69, so it's just a pass-through. We'll check on him to make sure we didn't screw anything up.
Even though we probably did.
Okay, we did not screw it up. He stopped after the penalty was cleared. So he needs to... So I guess he's just picking tires up or some shit. Yeah, that looks like a faster pair of tires, one of the two.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going to avoid going a lap down. Very good for him. Number 30. Best lap of the race, 143 point. Well, it looks like an 866 on the screen, and he is now trying. Once again, officially, the number 30 is trying, and now has completely caught up to Finzo in a matter of seconds, and is now hunting him.
Hopefully going to lose that lead.
Well, there's no way. I mean, the other guy is not even trying anymore. He is literally in the pit lane, so he can't lose the class lead. And now Finzo has been caught by the number 30, and 30 will probably just go right around him. He's in a GTE car instead of a 3, because that's how this works.
I did mean the overall lead, you idiot.
Oh, well then... Okay. Well, who do you want to lose it, Finzo or Alex?
I want Finzo to lose the overall lead.
Oh, okay. Well, you'll get to see that in a few seconds.
I know. Your brother finally decided to try.
And we're good. That's okay. That didn't take very long. And off goes the 30, just chilling out, doing his thing. We don't know if the 6. I don't know if the 6 will. Well, I mean, basically the only way for 6 to lose the lead in class is to just completely crash out of the race, which isn't unprecedented. He's done that before, but you know, not like.
He's done that in every class I've ever seen him race.
No, not in NASCAR Heat 4 because they're cautions. You can't crash out of the race. You can crash.
No,
just
but
not out of the race.
I consider your computer crashing you out of the race to be.
Yeah, but I don't think that actually happened to him.
It did.
Oh, okay.
It did. In the Season 3 Daytona 500.
Okay.
It damn sure did.
Well, that's something I didn't expect. Thank you very much for that insight.
You're welcome. I know I was there.
Yep. Not a whole lot going on here. Just cars turning, and then hitting the gas and then turning.
Sounds like my mother trying to drive.
Yeah. Sounds like most people trying to drive, to be quite honest.
Definitely me.
Okay, just gonna quickly check my Chinese order out. Steamed dumplings and General Tso's chicken. Okay.
That's cultural appropriation, you racist.
I guess I'm racist then. I like Chinese food.
Chinese people. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
All right. Well,
You too.
I have luckily the very friendly guy from Team Goon Squad, broadcast for the All American Arca Series, has decided to check out our stream and help us kind of set things up. He recommends a bit rate of 5,000 next time, unless I can change it now, which I'm not sure if I can. Can I do that? Target bit rate at least 5,000. We'll try 6,000. Apply. Okay. There we go.
What did you set it as for this one?
It was 3,200, which was the limit for D Live. So we're gonna test this out, see if that helps anything, and hopefully it does, so we can have a nice, better looking stream quality and things end up working better. I'm not sure if it'll take effect until the stream goes back up, until our next stream, but you know, we can at least try. Less than 5 minutes to go in today's race. ATVO claiming we'll be able to complete 4 more laps, but sorry, 5 more laps, but
Bad man.
yeah, I guess so. Well,
Oh, no, I just ruthlessly killed people in Red Dead.
Okay.
It was in reference to that.
And that's Alex Penn on pit lane. Not quite sure why. And it looks like almost like he's trying to make a pit stop. What on earth? Maybe he cut something by accident.
That might explain why he went in the pit lane.
Yep. And that's Troll still trying to take back time and hoping that Finzo wrecks out. But you know what? That might have been him serving a penalty. I think that's probably what it is. At least that's what I'm guessing. I'm thinking he probably went off track and was a little... How do I put this? He took some liberties with the track limits, and iRacing may have had a bit of an exception to that, or he underfilled his car. And now let's look like exactly what it was, a 30-second stop and go. So he's coming out now, but that did give the overall lead back to the 6, which may set up for us to have something pretty weird happen, which is a lower class car winning the race overall. That's not happened before. It has never happened in the history of this series. But it is possible at the moment. Likely, not very, but possible.
How many laps total is this?
That is... it's not laps, it's time. So when it hits 45 minutes, that's when the race ends. It's kind of like the Rolex 24. So the game expected 25 laps. I'm not buying 25 laps. I'm saying 24. But we shall see.
Yeah, there's only 2 minutes left. I'm not buying 25 either.
Yeah. I just don't see that happening.
No.
And there's Voodoo on pit exit. So actually, that was probably about 11 minutes of repairs. He was probably fixing the car. I think I was right. I don't think he quit. So yeah, that was him fixing the car. He is now out on his way out of pit road. He doesn't hit the wall this time, which is good for him. Albeit with
We have
only a
just
minute to
had
go.
someone join the booth. Who are you? What do you want?
That's not very nice. Well, let me see who it was. It was
Echo
LDC.
Mike Foxtrot.
Oh, that's okay. He just wasn't able to run today due to some technical difficulties because Steam's a little poor. But outside of that, he's cool. He runs the series
What
quite
is he
regularly.
I was asking why is he here, but I jokingly.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Well, 25 seconds remain in this race. Should be white flag at the line. Unless it's already the
Why
white
does it
flag,
gotta
which
be
I don't know.
white?
Oh,
That's racist.
no! Voodoo off track. Didn't even make it all the way around.
Rest in peace, Voodoo. Goodbye.
And now he's pulling out,
This
but
is why
Alex
no
is
one likes
coming
you.
close. Oh, no! You almost hit the wall trying to come out and get back on track. That was a close one. And it looks
Alex
like
is
white. Yeah, it is
dominating.
confirmed. It is the white flag this time by. We'll see if that ends the race. Yeah, it is the white flag out now. This is the last lap of today's race.
Wunderbar.
And nope, this is the end. My bad. It's because the game's kind of stupid sometimes. It doesn't like to tell me. And that is a win for the number 6 BMW, and he will take the overall win. Second place expected to be the number 30 C6 C8R
We would like to
GTE.
remind every one of you once again that this is the first time a lower class car has won overall in the history of this series.
That's not supposed to happen. It's actually quite embarrassing that that's possible. But here we are.
Well, the brother's not representative of you.
And that is how the cookie will crumble. That will be a second place overall, first in GTE for the
Boy, I'd hate to see
number
the
30.
latest
Oh
dag
my
garbage today.
God. That was just death and destruction of all varieties. And that was probably the best jump I've seen all day. We'll play that back. Holy crap. That leader
Boy, I'd hate
went
to be-
absolutely flying. And that is somebody's life over. And we'll watch the finish of the number 69 as he comes back around to end the race.
God, that was ugly.
Yes, sir. The 69 still looking to finish on his last lap. Got a peg to the floor. Managed to stay on the lead lap in class.
The number 31 flying, man.
Oh yeah, it's the 6 that went flying actually.
Or the 6.
Yeah, the BMW went flying, and that's gonna be the end of today's race.
Congratulations to all the racers except for number 30, because he's the fucking embarrassment.
And he's gonna
You
win
ought to disown
GTE,
him.
doing some slides to the grass. And he's the only guy left in the actual physical game, and we'll bring in our drivers for interviews in just a moment.
Do you want me to grill Alex? Kind of.
That's if you want, but we're doing Finzo first. He got the overall win.
Yeah, we'll do Finzo first. I'll let you take the lead, but I am going to absolutely
Okay, spit
give
it
your
out.
brother shit.
Okay.
Shut up. Half-life.
And that's going to be a overall win for Finzo. First time a lower class has actually gotten an overall win in this league. How does that feel? Definitely a weird race.
Definitely a weird race. From what I've heard, Alex hit a glitch early on, which means he lost 3 minutes, but a win's a win. We beat a guy in a higher class, don't know how, but yeah, I mean, brilliant race, flawless on my end, only got 3x, so yeah, pretty good race overall, I'm happy with that.
All right, well, thank you very much. And,
Congratulations to you, Finzo.
you know, anything you're thinking about going into the next race? Obviously, you have 2 more cars presumably showing up in your class. I mean, you know, the increased level of competition, you know, do you think you'd be able to still pull off the same points, you know, high points finish that you did last season?
We'll see how it goes. I mean, I still haven't been able to put myself against the other drivers in the same class before, so
Yep.
yeah, I guess we'll see how it goes, and hopefully we keep it the same.
Sounds good. Thank you very much. class win in GTE and second overall. Alex, what in God's name happened?
A lot of bad luck. A
Could you,
Please
lot of
explain.
bad luck.
Please explain,
Got
Mr. Penn.
screwed by the sticky wall glitch in the pit exit wall. And then ran out of fuel with like 3 or 4 laps left.
when the hell did you run out of gas? Weren't you running crew chief?
It got it wrong. Never seen that happen before.
Well, you should definitely report that bug. Anything you have to add, NASA?
I'm not buying the crew chief bug. Alex, I think you just screwed the pooch there, buddy.
Trust me, if I could have stayed ahead of Finzo, I would have.
Is that out of a dislike to Finzo, or?
No comment.
Well, that sounds. I think that sounds like a dislike to me. Possibly a brewing rivalry to see
You
during the
can't
stock
do
car
that.
races.
You can't assume things. It's 2021.
It's 2021, and we're the broadcasters. We can do whatever we damn well please, Alex. And I guarantee you, we can go without losing to a lower class vehicle as well.
I can assure you, you will not. Also, I'm going to be starting a petition for next season to move to the current Daytona.
All right. Well, so long as the budget works on that, we definitely will. Obviously, we have no funding, and then we get bitched at if we try to add anything that is paid. So, here we are.
Mind you, the current Daytona, he speaks of Daytona, Ohio, not Daytona, Florida.
Okay,
Little known fact, they moved it to Ohio about 5 years ago.
Yep, and we'll bring in our third interviewee now. All right, Smiling Troll. I mean, obviously a great start to the race, pulling out, getting at least 2 seconds ahead of your class rival, and just kind of having the race from hell for the rest of it. Take us through your day.
Yeah, it was bad. I think what really killed us was the collision we had with Mr. Voodoo on, I think it was lap 12. We just missed our braking point on turn 1, swung way too wide. It must have been 11. No, it was 12. But we just swung way too wide. Voodoo did the same thing. I didn't realize that he had missed his braking point as well, so I was going to try to merge back into the track. I was off track limits, and it just destroyed our car. We had to do basically an entire lap. Really badly damaged. We probably lost 20 seconds or so.
Oh, wow.
Throughout that lap. Yeah, it was not good. It was a 2-minute plus lap for us. And then we had to pit. Luckily, we just took the faster pair, so we didn't lose too much time in that.
Right.
But it kind of screwed up our fueling schedule as well. I hoped that we might be able to make the race on that fuel. What I should have done is reduced the engine mapping. But I forgot to do that, so we ended up having to stop again for fuel.
Yep. Wow. That
yeah.
Just sounds rough. Best
We'll
of
get
luck
him next
week. Yeah. Definitely that Porsche is fast. Hopefully you don't get nerfed in any of the patches. But thank you very much for coming.
Hopefully. Thank you kindly. Have a good one.
Well, that's our fourth interview now on to our fourth interview for today, and our final interview of the 4 drivers in today's race. Voodoo making his first start in the GTE category in his Corvette C8R. Tell us what happened today.
Where? Which incident?
Any and all incidents. Please.
Oh man. No, it was a good day. I mean, it's a car I've never driven before on a track I've never driven before, so it was a little rough getting started. Took me 3 or 4 laps to really get a groove, start figuring out where my braking zones were and when and how I could accelerate out of the turns to keep from spinning. Got it pretty good there for a while. It was doing really good, and then I don't know, something happened in that turn between me and Troll, and it didn't look like he decided he wanted to brake at the same time I did, and that kind of ended my race right there. So other than that, we had a pretty good day.
That seemed to be the talking to him. That seemed to be the flashpoint for him as well, for his race to go south. Tell me, do you think
Oh,
What do you
fuck.
think particularly caused that collision? Do you think it was you being a combination, possibly of you being new to the GTE and him just trying to keep that lead on Clenzo, trying to widen that gap? Because that's what
Uh,
it looked like to us.
Yeah, I think it was just, I was a little more cautious with the car. Again, being my first day in the vehicle and only having a couple of laps to practice on it, I was still kind of iffy about my braking zones and how much I could trust the brakes and the traction on the car. So I just decided to brake a little sooner than with somebody like him who was a lot more comfortable with his car and knew he could drive it in a little deeper before he started the braking procedures. So, I mean, I think that's all that was. There wasn't no malice intent there, nothing like that. It was just somebody who was used to their car race behind somebody who wasn't, and I just opted to brake a little sooner is all it was.
Gotcha. Well, thank you very much for your interview, Voodoo. Best of luck next week. Hopefully things go a little bit better. We're always happy to have you.
Well, I appreciate it, and while I'm thinking about it, are we doing one of these next week? Because the Glenn's next week.
Glenn runs like all week, so yes.
Okay, I didn't know if we were going to break for a week or not. So
No, we are not going to break.
alrighty. Well, I'm gonna try to be here next week too. Then we'll see what happens.
All right. Thank you
All
very
right,
much.
can't wait to see how you do at the Glen, Voodoo. Thank you for your time.
Now, obviously, as you can see you can see the results on your screen. That's going to be about the same as how. Oh, maybe you can't see them on your screen. Shit.
No, I was just about to say you can't exactly see them on the screen. All you can see is the track.
Well, in that case, the finishing order from today's race, if you go back, is where the point standings currently are. We'll have the points up for next week, obviously, once people have... Oh, that's because it's on replay mode, I think. Oh, I can't skip to... Okay, well, whatever. All right,
Good
well,
job.
next week you guys will see the point standings for each class, and thank you all for coming and watching. We'll have the stream much better next time at a 5,000 bit rate rather than a 3,200. And the stream will actually look pretty. So thank you very much. Thank you for NASA for commentating. Go check out the ARCA race later tonight. And